What is up, guys and gals? It's me, Thomas Fan01 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at something you guys requested. Yes, you guys yourselves. You guys requested this one, and thanks to our voting pool, you can check that out. You can check it out on YouTube. You know, on my not my Facebook. I don't have a Facebook, but you can check it out on the community in our posts. So, without further ado, let's get into one that you guys voted for. That's right, you voted for him, and I purchased this dude at the Wasatch Comic-Con. That is right, I purchased Studio Series Nest Ratchet. I feel stupid for saying Nest Jazz, because Nest Jazz doesn't exist yet. I'm sure Hasbro will find some form or way to make that happen. But know this, you heard it here on this channel first. You did not hear it anywhere else yet. So, anywho, this is basically Studio Series Nest Ratchet, which is basically just a repaint of the 07 Ratchet, which is it's a repaint of the Dark of the Moon Ratchet. The only way you can tell is the gun. But it's technically just a repaint of the original 07 one. So, I'm going to move the box off to the side, to which, by the way, it is Buzzworthy Bumblebee. So, it's Studio Series 96, but it is Buzzworthy Bumblebee. So, you got the sides there. On the back here, you got Ratchet. So, yep, on the side here, you actually have the only legal image of Ratchet on this thing that is in movie, so. I'm still not a fan of the plastic-free packaging because of this, but, hey, why not? My concerns have been addressed multiple times. No one listens to me. I don't care. So, now we're going to bring the figure back in, and we're going to do a nice little zoomy zoom on it. We're going to do a nice little zoom in here. Now, here's one thing that I definitely do not like about the 07 Ratchet mold. This panel here, don't stay tabbed in well at all. It don't stay tabbed in at all. I've tried multiple times. I am pushing it in as possible. I have followed every little piece to the T of how this thing goes. I've seen the multiple MGO reviews, and I've seen the multiple other reviews. I can't do it to save my life. So, this thing is just going to have to stay that way. Deal with it, people. So right now, we'll get his good side. So, anywho, we need to get him into some scale comparisons. So, as for scale comparisons, here we have him next to the Transformers Studio Series Deluxe class Dark of the Moon Soundwave. That's right, Dark of the Moon Soundwave. What? Haven't seen him in a hot minute. Real curious when they're going to do a re-release of this guy, because I'm pretty sure everybody would buy it. Here he is next to our previous review, or one of our previous reviews. Here he is next to Studio Series Rise of the Beast Mirage. Quite possibly the worst figure of 2023. And I'm making that statement right now. I think this one takes the category of worst one for 2023's Studio Series. Here he is next to Studio Series Dark of the Moon Deluxe Class Dino. Or the Dark of the Moon Deluxe Class Mirage, Never mind. No, don't laugh at that. That's terrible. That was a terrible joke. And finally, here he is next to the Irish lad himself, the Irishman. Here he is next to, ignore the AA battery that has just flown out of my controller for some reason. But here he is next to Studio Series Dark of the Moon Deluxe Class Roadbuster. Sometimes weird stuff happens on the set that you just can't fix it. You just can't fix it, and there's nothing you can do about it. And you just have to move forward, and you gotta press on. So now we're going to transform this dude. But first, before we do that, we're going to take a look at the weapon. His blaster is definitely not painted, and if I'm not mistaken, the Dark of the Moon version is painted. This one's not, and it's two-sided, or one-sided. So one side looks like this here. And the other side looks like this. I don't know why we can't just have a single mold, but whatever. So, and now that we've done that, we're going to get into his transformation. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to fold this panel back because it's going to drive me nuts if we don't. So, we're going to fold that panel back. Do the same thing on the other side. Pop the panel out of its place. Kind of pop the panel out of its place, make sure it flips all the way back. and then we can start working on the rest of it. So we're going to basically just come to this whole section here. You're going to bend in this piece to kind of get it to just pull out of the Humvee grill section here, and then you'll just bring it forward like so. That way it's not all in the way. So I'll do the same thing on the other side. Just take this out, pop it out, bend this inward, so that it can come all the way out. And if these move themselves up, don't worry about that. This is not the worst thing to happen. So there you have the doors all done. Then as soon as you're done with that, you're going to take these, bring them all the way forward, like if you haven't done so already. And then you're going to take this whole center section here. This is actually kind of cool. I thought this transformation was really neat. You're going to take the center section and you're going to rotate it. I thought that was clever. I really thought that was clever. Hasbro, you done good here. Here with this mold, you done good. So then you're going to bring the arms down, straighten them out just enough to basically just kind of make it look all nice and pretty. Then you're going to take these wheels, you're going to rotate them so that these little inside headlights are poking out. Basically rotate it all the way around, and then bring this all the way in. And these don't really tab into anywhere on his shoulders, but you're just going to basically rest them like that. Rotate this around like so. Do the same thing on the other side, and there you have the entire torso pretty much done. Next, we're going to come to the back. The back here, we're going to make sure this is slightly opened up enough here, so that way you can come to the back section here and bring this all the way up. And then you're going to close this back section here, and then you're going to close this whole section up like so. And that is just going to basically rest all like that. And then you're going to take this section here, the waist section, and bring it all the way forward to here, nice clip into place with the chest. And then you're going to just make sure that these panels once again are folded all the way in. Then you're going to fold out the legs. Rotate the foot around so that it looks all nice and pretty. Do the same thing on the other side. Rotate the foot. Make sure the backpack is all nice and snug. This is the one downfall of the figure that I absolutely hate about this thing, is this stupid looking backpack. But I'm pretty sure that was everybody's concern back when the original came out. So now we're going to straighten it all out. We're going to bring his gun in. Fits in this hand right here. And there you have Studio Series Nest Ratchet in his robot mode. And once again, like I said earlier, I dig the mold. I just don't dig that backpack. Like, that backpack, it ain't it, Chief. It just ain't it. Like, seriously. Like, if you're gonna, like, it looks good from the front. I mean, if you look at it at the right angle, it looks somewhat okay from the side, but then you look at it straight on from the back, and you're like, what is this mess here? So that's my one complaint with this mold, and I'm pretty sure that's everybody's complaint with this particular mold, which would be just the backpack is not. It's just not. If there is one thing that this thing deserves for that, it's like, just for the backpack itself deserves a 0. The rest of it does not get the whole 0, but the backpack for sure gets that 0. So now that we've seen him in robot mode, and actually let's take a look at that face sculpt. That face sculpt is just gorgeous. I mean, like, literally. I mean, look at this thing here. Like, if this was a true thing for the movies, or if there was even a live-action TV show to come out with this, I can totally see this being one of the characters. I really can. Like, if they were to do, like, a Nest TV show, I could totally see Ratchet being one of the characters that gets whoa. I could totally see Ratchet being one of the characters that gets turned into a character for Nest. That I can see. And now, that being said, now that he is a part of Nest, here he is next to Dark of the Moon, Soundwave, and Laserbeak from Studio Series. And as you can clearly see, he is a pretty tall guy. If I'm not mistaken, they considered making him a Voyager at one point. So here he is next to Studio Series Dark of the Moon Roadbuster. if my figures can stand properly. It's only when the camera's on that we have problems. So, that. Here he's next to, quite possibly, like I said, the worst figure of 2023. And finally, here he is next to Studio Series Dark of the Moon, Dino. Now, what is there to say about this Ratchet that nobody else hasn't said already? Nothing really. I mean, the figure is the figure itself is great, but the like I said, the backpack, this backpack, the fact that I can hold it like this, the whole figure I can hold like this, that bothers me. And if you're a kid that is definitely not 8 years old, or if you are, even if you are 8 years old, I can foresee your 8-year-old totally snapping this off, and I can totally see them coming and asking you for help. So, I mean, do what you want with that information, if you will. But, anywho, this is Thomas Fan01 saying, don't forget to subscribe for more content, don't forget to leave a like on this video, don't forget to check out Planet Toys, a world built by collectors, where you can get all of your Transformers needs for this current Black Friday that is coming up. Use the code TOUCH1, all capitals, with the letter 1 at the end of it, to get 30% off your entire order at Planet Toys, a world built by collectors, and we will even send you a personalized note from Planet Toys, where you will get to meet some of us if you do happen to read those notes. So, anywho, this is Thomas Fan01 saying, don't forget to check out Optination reviews, Beastman reviews, Riveted reviews, Jordy's Rail videos, Patrick with a Y, Take Along Productions, Bravely Gigi, and IceStar552, as I know they all are doing some amazing work, and on top of it, I know they are in the good works of something big. So, don't forget to check them out, and this is Thomas Fan01 saying, don't forget to keep playing with your toys. Goodbye.